as if I were a bishop. And I think it is a beautiful premonition. Rejoicing the OMI's 198 years of giftedness to the church, and rejoicing envious 75 years of grace, growth, and gratitude, and the 85 years of Oblate presence in the Philippines. Indeed, it is strength in numbers, like the warrior slogan or mantra. I am energized and electrified with your presence. The who's who personalities, the very affable and kind Archbishop Dito of the Archdiocese of Cotabato, the brilliant President of NPU, Father Francis Zabala, Father Jerome, the cutest chaplain in Barn, and with Elon Musk's mind, Father Del Lopez, fellow oblates, priests, and religious, impassioned lay collaborators in the Lord's vineyard, friends, and most especially the most abundant in their many faces, to whom our mission with them is the end of our congregation. Rejoicing the OMI's 198 years of giftedness in the church as a missionary congregation, we are jubilant to commemorate the papal approval on February 17, 1826 by Pope Leo XII. For us oblates, our constitutions and rules candidly invite us to read, meditate, and live out their essence. There is no reason for celebration without contemplation. After the papal approval, Saint Eugene wrote to Father Tontier, and I quote, "May we understand well what we are. I hope that the Lord will give us His grace with the assistance and by the protection of our Holy Mother, for whom we must have a great devotion." Unquote. So kung mga oblates, may devotion po talaga kami sa ating mahal na ina. Hindi ko po pinagmamalaki, sabi po ako kasalanan. Every day, nagagawa ko pagdasalin yung 4 na mysteries. So ganoon po kami kalapit sa ating mahal na ina natin lahat. These constitutions and rules are like a command mentioned in our first reading from the book of Deuteronomy, that we don't have to travel far to seek it out. It can be likened to installed apps in our mouth and heart. Soon Moses, or God through Moses, would tell the Hebrew people, "See, I set before you today life and good, death and evil. Choose life." Likewise, when we receive the constitutions and rules during our profession of vows, with the message of Paul to Timothy, the delegate said, "Do this and you will live." Happy Oblate Day. Rejoicing the endued several years of grace, growth in gratitude, and living out the charism of saint living, every one of us here is gifted to build up the body of Christ, as stated in the second reading, to the letter to the Ephesians. We should grow in every way in Him, who is the head, from whom the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, with the proper function of each part. In our oblique values, they are all interdependent. Every ligament, ano ba yung ligament sa Pilipino? Bawat litin ay naghahatid ng pag-ibig sa bawat sulok ng daigdig. Kaya nga po, bilang mga alagad ng Diyos, yung salitang alipin sa gilid is no longer a slur, but a compliment. Dahil tayo lahat ay bumubuo ng katawan ng ating Panginoon. I asked one of your alumni to say something about MBU, on how he was formed by every gifted person of MBU. At kayo po yun. Sabi niya, again I quote, "MBU's excellence in education prepared us, alumni, for what lies ahead. It helped me handle various roles effectively, such as being the University of the Philippines team leader for planning and operations for its project in 4 areas in Luzon, 3 in Visayas, and 1 in Mindanao." Sabi niya. "And now, I am serving as a senior economic development authority, senior economic development specialist at the National Economic and Development Authority. This trajectory of professional development, grounded in the values learned at NDU, underscores the university's commitment to service." Katapusan ng kanyang sinabi. Personality is just one of the myriads of success stories of NDU. And all of these are blessings. The gospel states, He blessed them. Jesus blessed them, referring to His words before His ascension. What is a blessing? Father Ronald Rolheiser, OMI, in his book, Sacred Fire, speaks of 3 kinds of blessings which we saw in the life of Jesus. First, blessing by seeing someone. Kita niyo, blessing. Dahil pagkatagpo ni dating senator, kanyang anak niya si Katrina, 100 taon na yung kanyang ama. Pagkatagpo, it's a blessing, seeing someone. Jesus went around places to see people personally. Seeing them, He blessed them. Ipapaalala po ito sa ating mga Oblate Fathers, ng mga ninuno natin, ng mga Oblates. Natanda ko po si Father Joseph Navartam. Umikot-ikot lang po yan, nag-bless sa umaga, sa Caloocan. Si Father Ben Gomez, ano po, sinong makausap niya? Hindi siya nagmamadali. Nakausap niya. Si si Father Joram, at malahat ng mga oblates. Bless. Blessing by seeing someone. Secondly, blessing by speaking well of someone. Kaya yung giftedness natin dito, we affirm, no, bawat isa with kind words and gestures. Jesus, during his baptism, God spoke from the heavens and blessed Jesus by saying, "This is my beloved Son, to whom I am well pleased." That way, God blessed Jesus. Thirdly, blessing by sharing our lives so that others may live. When Jesus offered his life and death for us, he saved us. By saving us, he blessed us. The 75 years anniversary of NDU is a celebration of God's blessings to the people of this part of Mindanao. This is not a celebration of how great the OMIs are. And this celebration, hindi ang oblates ang bida. Kayo po ang Diyos. Nag-iisa lang ang bida sa ating pagdiriwang, Diyos lamang. And how He blessed the people of Mindanao through this institution. God has seen the need of Cotabato for social transformation, and that is why He put up this university. God has spoken well of the giftedness of the people of Cotabato and beyond through your achievements. Professionals and graduates of NDU proliferate and penetrate the various life-giving ministries, not only in the barn, but in the global community. God has shared Himself to the people of Cotabato through the mission of the Oblates here. And God has blessed us indeed. And this 75th anniversary, the 198th anniversary of the papal approval of our congregation, and the 85 years of Oblate presence in the Philippines are clear and evident sign of that. We are not claiming any of the glory that belongs to God. He blessed us, and now we bless Him as well. As we see His presence, speak well of His greatness, and share our lives with Him through our humble service. God blessed us with 71 years, with 198 years, with 85 years. As a missionary congregation, we bless Him by crediting all that there is to Him. To God be the glory. Please stand.